So can anyone tell me who or what was a free person of color in New Orleans?
I don't know.
How about we go back about 170 years to the 1840s? That will be about the time of your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Back then, we still had slavery. People from Africa were brought here to work in the cotton fields and other jobs on plantations.
New Orleans had plenty of slaves too, but there were about 20,000 free people of color. These people were not slaves.
Some were born free, and others were able to buy their freedom or came here from other countries.
So New Orleans was different from a lot of cities. It had what we called a three-tiered society. There were white people.
There were people who were black, but were also slaves.
And people who were black but free people of color. They didn't have the easiest time of it, but free people of color could do more than slaves.
They were artists, writers, and musicians. Some of them got together to play music and called themselves the Philharmonic Society.
What's Philharmonic?
That's easy. It just means music lover. So some guys that really loved music got together and made their own band.
But this was before iPods, CDs, and radios. If you wanted to hear some good music, you had to have somebody play it for you, live.
So when the Philharmonic Society got together to play, people came to hear them. It was a lot of fun and a big deal.
So many people went that they started calling it things like the Grand Vocal and Instrumental Concert.
These guys played music from all over the world, and they really liked to play music from operas. That's just a play with the words set to music.
So today, we get to hear the Philharmonic Society's favorite opera music played in a live concert for the people of the city of Nouvelle-Orléans, just as they did back then.
So here's a good story. Back when the Philharmonic Society started, there were still a lot of slaves.
Then the Civil War ended slavery, but it didn't happen just like that. A lot of people were mad and wanted their slaves back.
So, for people of color, it was tough going, and they had to watch their backs.
So when you think about it, it's pretty amazing that New Orleans had the only orchestra in the whole country that was all people of color.
In this opera by Rossini, who was Italian, there's a king and a queen, and they have a young son, but then the queen gets a boyfriend.
The queen and her boyfriend killed the king, but then her son disappears.
Years later, the queen falls in love with somebody new again. This time, it's a cute young general in the army.
But guess what? It turns out that it's her own son.
Oh, man.
Bro, that's disgusting.
That's nasty.
What a son.
When the son figures it out, he tries to kill the boyfriend as payback for killing his father, the queen, but he messes up and kills his own mother, the queen, instead.
Oh, my God.
His son killed his
How
mother.
cool.
The man killed his mom.
Wow.
Tragic.
At the end, there are two dead people, one about to die, and one left over and very lonely dude.
That's what you call a tragic ending.
Oh, man.